Banditos, I'm going to show you why this backup boomstick is ridiculously close to being like Gallagher's sledgehammer in the Division 2. Nobody wants to get shot in the face with an American flag, especially when the little American flag shoots dynamite sticks. At least that's what it feels like when you're running this build. I originally made this build for Golden Bullet, but realized it works super for running 4 directives to XP farm outside of global events also. The backup boomstick is a sidearm, but it's not to be confused with the pistol. So if you're thinking to pair it up with the Dodge City holster, I'll save you some time by telling you it won't work. But I like where your head is at. It's a named shotgun with a 17% shotgun damage talent instead of the normal 15%. It comes with damage to armor at 12% too. And look at the base damage. That's 1.3 million, and I only have 4 red damage cores equipped to this build. And that, Banditos, is why you don't need global events for this loadout to work. But the event does add a layer of fun by giving you even more speed. We'll talk about that in a sec. The downside of the weapon, of course, is that you have to be at dangerously close distances to your target, and you only have 2 rounds, and the accuracy sucks. It literally feels like you are shooting dynamite sticks. I believe this item only drops in the dark zone, but you can also farm named item caches for it too. I bet you have been crushing these for years. I have. I just got this one from the named item caches I earned from this event, the Golden Bullet. Now the one I have has rate of fire. I truly wish that was damage to targets out of cover. I chose close and personal for consistent 30% damage, but you can also go for pummel or even Optimus and pumped up. There's more to this shotgun than meets the eye. The other thing that makes it special is the fact that you can pair it up with the bulwark shield. A shotgun hitting over 1.3 million per round with the bulwark shield. Absolutely yes. it's the knockout king. For my other skill, I am running the riot foam, which helps me clear content even faster by cutting down on the NPC's circus acts. Let's take a stroll through the build details. 4-piece Hunter's Fury is an obvious choice for this kind of build, the kind where you're getting close and personal, up front, inside 15 meters, where this shotgun requires you to play. So 2 pieces is giving you 15% shotgun damage, 3 pieces is giving us 20% armor on kill. So there's our kill fast, heal fast capability right there. And then 4 pieces is giving us Apex Predator, and so being within 15 meters automatically gives you a 20% amplified damage buff to your weapon. Big deal. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters. That's another defensive / offensive buff. It helps you kill more enemies. It allows time for reload. It keeps them from shooting back at you. And every time you do get a kill inside the zone while the enemy is under a debuff, then you're going to get an additional amplified damage stack. So this thing gets really strong when you're chain killing. And so I'm running armor on the mask, and then I got headshot damage for both the attributes and the mod. For the gloves, it's basically the same thing, weapon damage and headshot damage, and then the holster is exactly the same, weapon damage and headshot damage. And for the knees, I'm running the skill tier with headshot damage, and that's to help with the riot foam. You can also run armor here if you don't want to go with the riot foam. Either way, the skill tier and the blue core is going to also help your bulwark shield. Now for the chest piece, I normally go with Badger, but because there are no mods on the shotgun, on the backup boomstick, I wasn't able to put on headshot damage mods to get me over 150%. So I decided to go with Providence for that 15% headshot damage. And that's because I'm going for headshots. And so I got weapon damage, headshot damage, weapon handling, and headshot damage. So I have Headhunter for the talent. So this is giving us that ridiculous damage that's allowing us to chain kill from one enemy to the next using a single round. And that's important because you only have 2 rounds. So as much chain killing as you can get going, the better. And so it's worth it to aim for the head with these guys. So the damage cap is at 800% if you don't have 150% headshot damage. Again, that's why I'm running Providence instead of Badger or Walker, so that I can get that lift to my headshot damage. So that pushes the cap to 1,250%. That gets those big numbers. And with this build, we're one-shotting the bosses. If we look at our headshot damage here, going to the boomstick, we're at 158%. So I'm basically sticking to the sidearm. That's the point of this build. I'm not using any of the other weapons, but you can. You have a lot of options for your specialization. You can go Technician for additional riot foam. You can go Gunner if you want the 10% armor on kill. But I decided to go with Sharpshooter, and that's because I wanted the TAC 50. For one, you're limited to very close ranges using this shotgun. I mean, look at that thing, very close. And so for the event especially, it's nice to be able to have the TAC 50 to pick on the Golden Bullet target who might be very far away, 50, 80 meters out there. So the advantage of using the TAC 50 is that it's skipping kills to get to that 1,250% damage cap. And then you switch back to your boomstick and go around and one-tap everything in sight and keep that chain killing alive. So there's other ways to do this, and then after the fact, I thought, you know, it might even be better to just go ahead and equip the Nemesis and use this to acquire your Golden Bullet or to peek out your Headhunter talent. It's basically the same thing as using the TAC 50 and even works even better against bosses. And then you can run Technician and get that extra skill tier. That extra skill tier is very valuable on this build. It's going to push your shield even stronger. It's going to take your shield to a tier 5 and give you an additional round of riot foam. So I think that might be the smarter way to put it, and I realized that after the fact, after I did all that gameplay. So try running it that way. Try running it with Technician and then run the Nemesis if you have that. And one thing, remember to have shotguns highlighted in your skill tree. The backup boomstick is considered a shotgun, not a pistol, so having pistols isn't going to give you the damage buff here. So yes, we're running the Memento, and the Memento is really nice on shotgun builds because of course we are out of cover, running and gunning as much as possible, and many times I'm not even using the bulwark shield. But the reason why it's important is because of those extra cores actually. And so the blue core and the skill tier are pretty important for this build. The skill tier, of course, is helping the shield, and so is the blue core, but the skill tier is also helping that riot foam. And we got 30 stacks from those trophies. We're going to have 30% skill efficiency, which is going to make that riot foam last longer and come back quicker. In addition, we are running 1.1 million armor. You can definitely run more with this build. Again, you can go with 3 blue cores and cut out that skill tier, or even just go with 3 blue cores and cut out a red core. And that's for bonus armor, which is helping us with that special ammo when we take shots from the back. So I do recommend that. And then we are getting 3% armor regen, which is a little bit helpful, especially on the resistance side of things, but we do have 20% armor on kill, and that seems to be enough. I recommend this build for the Golden Bullet happening right now, and again next week for the Reanimated event also. And then we have another Golden Bullet that's happening not too far behind a few weeks after. The Golden Bullet is a limited time global event that comes every season. The Golden Bullet is a special buff you can get by killing enemies who have the Golden Bullet icon. This will supercharge your damage, RPMs, weapon handling, and automatically reload your weapon. And the weapon handling and auto reload are the mechanics we're playing into when we have this event on with this build. Each kill with the Golden Bullet refreshes the duration of the buff and refills the mag. This eliminates the downsides of the boomstick. You can almost snipe with it. This allows us to play quickly with lots of directives for additional XP and rewards.
Going any.
Shotguns can be tough to use for many players. Success is strongly based on situational awareness and flanking patterns. You got to get inside the kill box, really. And then once you're there, you got to move quickly, kill quickly, heal quickly, or you're going to be the one pushing up daisies. This goes for all shotguns. Hey Bandidos, check out this tip of spear build that I found can get unlimited specialization ammo when paired up with the Golden Bullet global event.
Follow me.